Don't blink if you blink. Welcome to our show. Because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful, a wunderbar 17th of June 2025. We're gonna be eating today, because your boy is dark. I haven't ate yet, and I am starving. So today we're talking about a cool subject, and it's a kind of like, you know what? I usually call these behind the scene. I usually call these I'm gonna call this a diary entry because it's cool. Yes, they're super loud. They came today to my apartment. Her and her husband. They knock on the door, and they were knocking hard, and they were like, "Oh, you're talking too much." I told them, complain to the owner. Don't complain to me. Complain to the owner. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, diary entry. So we had a call. We had a call Friday about a job, possible job, which we are feeling queasy about. I like using the word queasy. Who uses queasy? Invendera does. Follow him. Little shameless plug if you don't mind. Gallagher style. If you got that reference, you're pretty cool. If you didn't get it, there's a show on HBO, I believe, or on Showcase, I don't remember, that was called Shameless, and it was about a family called the Gallaghers. So there you go. Reference explained, number one. Um, I'm in a good mood, regardless. I mean, you know what I'm in a good mood for? I got a call today about the job and say, hey, we're gonna give you an interview. And I got a call after that, and it was the bully. And I blocked his number, but he called me with another number. And we had to talk, and I didn't feel like hanging up because I was like, you know what? I'm in a good mood. Let's talk to the guy. And it was a really good talk. It was talking about how he was doing okay in Lafal, how they were handling the situation. So that was kind of cool. I'm grateful that we had this talk. And yeah, to be honest, did I want to talk to him? Not really, but uh, because we worked together for so long, you know. But at the same time, it was nice to hear from him. It was nice. You share your life with people, and even if they impact you in a positive or negative fashion, it's still part of your life. You know, life is a universe, and you're the center of that universe. Um, so I had a possibility for work, right? And lately, I've been having a very big question. Am I what I'm doing? Am I doing videos as much as I'm doing because I like it or because it feels natural? For example, the biggest conundrum, the biggest question for me was I'm waking up, right? And the first thing I do is a TikTok live because it's just normal for me. But am I doing it because I want to do it or because it's normal to me? Am I doing by want or am I doing it by force of habits? And if it's force of habit, it's not healthy. If it's by want, fuck yeah, let's continue do what you want. But if it's force of habit, this is not good because you're not really doing things that you want. You're doing things that you feel that you need. For example, classical baby fever. All my friends are toxic. Attention. A little bit of baby Luke. All of my friends have kids, so I should have a kids. No, you should have a kid because you want a kid and you feel like you're ready for kids. Just putting it out there. Uh, this is to me this is unhealthy. It's also really healthy. But then I had a job, and then it's really weird. It's really weird. This video is obnoxiously something that I don't want to do. But I like doing diary. I think I'm really thinking that I'm gonna start calling them diary entry because this is my whole life. This is my perception. These are part of my life, and I have to deal with them. So might as well film it because this is life, right? This is life. So what exactly happened is uh, I had a job opportunity, and I did a video, and I went out. It was Sunday. We went out in a very nice landscape. You guys remember the shore? Well, not the shore. It's a dock, I guess. Yeah, let's call it a dock, a ship dock. And we made a video there, and it was fun. It was fun. But in this one, I was like, okay, well, how do I feel about working? Can I make videos? And it showed up in a different fashion. So now we're restarting to training. It's been 2 days. We've been working out. This job is gonna be physical. Can I work out, or will I be too tired? I don't know. But that's possibly gonna be one of the first changes that I'm gonna have to bring to the channel. But apart from that, You guys should realize that the reason why I'm making so much videos is because there's a need for social, and because there's a need for social, then we're socializing by talking to a camera. Make sense? Cool. So yeah, it's odd. It's really odd. It's really odd because if I work, I'm gonna be social, more social. Do I need to do videos? And then there's a couple of things that happens. There's this first thing that happened that is, don't I need socials? Possibly not. Second thing that happened, am I too tired to make videos? Maybe I'm too tired to make videos, right? But I don't see myself making as much content working 8 hours than what I'm doing right now. And already the amount of videos I'm doing right now is a lot less than I was doing before, you know? So it's constantly going down and down and down until we don't do videos. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it could happen. You never know. So yeah, so this was complex, right? And then the question asked, how do you feel? The question I asked myself was, how do you feel making less videos? Are you okay with that? Are you at peace with knowing that you work less, right? Because you're a hard worker, right? You want to work. I was like, well, yeah, but if I, and yes, I had this conversation, not out loud because I don't talk to myself, thankfully. But I had this conversation in my head, and it was like, are you okay with working less? And I was like, well, if I'm working a real job, then I'm still working as much, just in different fashions, right? It's like right now, what we're doing, and I know it's crazy, but we stream and we make videos. Those are the same thing. Those are both content, but they're completely different thing, right? One is a video games, one is a personal life. This video is a personal diary entry, you know, and yeah, and then when I started talking about how if I had a real job, then I would work, and I would somehow replace it. I was like, wait a second, this is such a big piece of information. If I have a real job and I'm working a real job, a real part of society, it is constantly working. This is not a job that I want to do. Making videos is what I want to do. So why am I okay with working a job that I don't want to work? Maybe, just maybe, it's not about the job that you're doing. It's the fact that you're working that's important, right? Maybe it's the fact that you're working that's important. Maybe if I wasn't working, I would be comfortable. More so, maybe I would be more comfortable working a job that I don't like than not working at all, right? And this is lowering your standards, being realistic. So then I was like, okay, well, that's something big. That's a big piece of information in my own life. So then we had the third one, and the third one was also super important. And the third one was, am I making videos out of guilt? Out of guilt that we're not working. See, when this is really personal. This is psychological. This is possibly something that shrink would tell me take some medication. That's not normal. When I lost a job at PCT, when it closed, I was like, oh my god, I lost that job, you know. And then it was bad. But then I was like, you know what, let's make content. And I was happy to make content, and this is my dream. So I made content, and it was the perfect time, and I was having fun. My day started making content, my day finished making content. It was the best time. This is my favorite job. And it was, professionally speaking, some of the most fulfilling, but it's almost some of the most fun time that I had in my life. So that was really positive. That was really, really positive. But it came at a price. Because then we start working too much, and then we had a burnout. And during the last year, because we've been making content nonstop for a year, well, on a daily basis, nonstop, which is a lot more than a simple video per day. There was a point last year where I want to make content became a need to make content. Well, this is supposed to be my job, so I have to grow the channel so that way I can monetize the channel. When I can monetize the channel, then I can pay the bills, right? Because there's bills to pay, of course. So maybe making videos became a guilt of not working, right? Maybe it's something even worse than that. Maybe making this many videos was a coping mechanism. Was a coping mechanism to the fact that I wasn't working. See, to me, making content is working. To me, making content, posting it, finding some ideas, finding some content to talk about is work. But when you're constantly being told by close one that this is not a real job, this is not possible, you start to believe in it, and you start to question your own volition. And then, even if you start to question the fact that it's a job or not, if it's possible or not. If I was a kid that wanted to play basketball, and there's a time where in my life I realized that, oh, maybe this was just a dream, maybe it's not reality, you know. But at the same time, I got so much out of it. I got some new friends. I got to talk about my feelings. I got to explore life. I got to do things that I wouldn't do otherwise. I got to be more confident. I got to gain life experience, of course. And making content became kind of like a second nature. But it's second nature in the fact that it's not me. See, again, if it's not me, then it's Ink and Steph. The same person, yet a different thing. You understand? This is how deep the iceberg go. I've been having problem with being Steph and being Ink because I feel like they're too close. Maybe that's also why. Maybe I feel guilt from not working. Maybe I feel guilt because if other people aren't perceiving this as a possibility and I am, I'm in denial. You know? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know. You know? Even right now, this is actually a perfect example. They're loud and they insult me almost on a daily basis. They came to knock at my door and give me shit. But at the same time, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna let that affect me, right? Because I'm stronger than that, and because this is how much of a dream. But what if it wasn't a dream, but just telling people, fuck you, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's definitely a part of guilt in that. See, the psyche of it is insane. It used to be, my parents told me, hey, find a job, find a job, find a job. And it used to be a big insult or slap in the back. Because I'm like, I'm working, you just don't see it. I'm working, this is a dream, you just don't believe in me. And then it slowly became like, even if I believe in it, I'm disappointing them. That's not the goal, that's not what I want.
Hey, tabarnak! Hello?
Wait.
Dans la boîte, on est en train de manger.
Ok.
On a un petit balai, là.
J'ai pas de balai dans les mains, j'ai les mains dans les poches.
C'est l'autre avec son balai en haut, là.
Ben j'ai rien fait.
Pas de bruit.
Ok, ok. I love you guys, bye.